everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here once again. As you know, I am Sofia, and in this channel we discuss about studying, working and living in another country. Today I want to talk to you guys about the sustainability practices in the Netherlands. Let's start with what to me is the number one practice by excellence that the Dutch do, and that is that they are used to commuting by bike. Really, the Dutch of course have many means of transportation, but you can see as a common practice that the Dutch use the bike to go to work, to go to school, to take their kids to school, to go to the supermarket, to go to social gatherings, and to do practically any errand that comes their way. Even today I'm still surprised, but the Dutch are not limited by anything when it comes to cycling. Same for children, it's really encouraged to have the children getting used to a practice of cycling. Up to today, one of the things that I find the most amazing and I really embrace is that I see parents in the mornings taking their kids to school on a bike, teaching them when they're old enough, and if they're still small, they have some practices where they put a small seat in the steering to have one kid in the front, one in the back, and sometimes if it's more than two kids, they have something called the back fits, which is a bicycle which has a basket in the front, which is more like a trolley, where they put up to 4 children, and these bikes tend to be electric. I assume that you need more power to push 4 kids while cycling. But the thing is that the Dutch don't stop cycling as a way of commuting in this country, and I have to say this is one of the most admirable and sustainable practices that the Dutch do. Speaking of the Dutch going by bike to the supermarket to do their groceries, one other practice that I see that is really admirable in this country is precisely in the supermarkets as well. In the Netherlands, when you buy certain beverages that come packed in plastic bottles, glass bottles or in aluminum cans, you get charged a deposit over this package at the moment of paying for the product. But if you keep at home all of these bottles and cans and bring them to the supermarket next time and deposit them in these machines, you get back this deposit that you were charged. You get it back in one of two ways. One of the ways is that you get a ticket with the equivalence in the amount that then you can apply as a discount over your overall grocery shopping. And another way is that you can just donate it to charity. It is important to mention that these packs should not be damaged, so that they really take them in these machines, which detect them flawlessly through a scanner that they have. And next, it's also important to know that not all plastic, glass and aluminum packages are acceptable by these machines. I will leave here a small logo for you to see and be able to identify in the supermarket which exactly are the packages that then you can bring to these machines. The next sustainability practice that I have to share with you is one of the ones that excites me the most. At the moment of doing this video, it's changing, but nevertheless, one I still think is worth it sharing because it's amazing. I think really that is one of the most sustainable infrastructure practices that I have seen in this country, and I will let you know what it is, and in the next point I will tell you how it changed. One by one. First, let's talk about the recycling stations. Recycling stations for me are simply amazing, and I find it so funny, by the way, that I'm wearing green in this sustainability practices video. This was not done on purpose, but I guess it's somehow aligned with me and the content I wanted to offer you guys today. Anyhow, recycling stations for me are something that are really fascinating that I have discovered in this country. In these recycling stations that are sufficiently and abundantly scattered throughout the cities, good enough so that everybody has one close by, here you can go and deposit plastic, aluminum, cardboard, paper, glass, which is subdivided into colored glass and transparent glass, and in some cases you can even deposit diapers as well. I think it's fascinating to see a country that has invested in putting in the cities this infrastructure that encourages people to recycle. And by the way, also, I will leave here some footage that I took from the window in my office, because we have one also next to our office building of these recycling stations, where you can see also how these recycling stations are emptied. They bring these huge cranes, I think they're called, with which they lift each one of the deposit boxes, and then they are able to empty them, put them in the back of like a collecting truck, and lift them back completely empty so that people can continue to go and deposit their recyclable trash. Okay, now, point number 4, and that is trash collection. After you heard my description of these fascinating recycling stations, you might wonder, okay, so people really use them? The answer is yes, they do. It's not only the fact that they are put close by that encourages people to go and deposit their recyclables. In the Netherlands, trash is not collected neither so frequent, and it's demanded to be already put in categories. And for that, I want to explain to you something really impressive that this country does. Everybody in the Netherlands, or let's just stick to Maastricht, everybody in Maastricht, towards the beginning of the year, or maybe before the year ends, gets delivered to their house something which is called the afval calendar. And this calendar is for you to have and understand on what days they are going to collect what specific thing. For example, in January, in this specific calendar, every Friday they were going to collect also Christmas trees. So if you had a natural Christmas tree put over Christmas, these are your days for you to put it out so it gets collected. In 2025, the cardboard is in this specific calendar for the location where I am living in. Cardboard is collected once per month, the first Saturday of the month. So if, for example, you bought some IKEA furniture or you got delivered something in a huge box and you have all of this cardboard that you want to get rid of, you can wait for the first Saturday of every month so that this cardboard is collected. Then you have also the plastic, and this is something new, by the way, the plastic and aluminum bags where it's called PMD. I will leave it here in the description for you to see what PMD exactly means. PMD is collected twice per month, every other Wednesday. And then we have the general trash, which is also collected once per week, every other Tuesday. So every 2 weeks you get a collection of general trash. And last but not least, you have the organics collection, which is collected weekly. This one is every week. And this is in this location, in this calendar, on Friday. So I'm gonna just show you like how in general it looks. Maybe I'll put a visual also as I edit this video for you to see it. But this organization does not stop there. Plastic and general trash are meant to be put outside in specific bags that you have to go and buy to the supermarket and have them ready at home in order for you to have your trash collected, which is something really amazing. For example, here I have this roll of the general trash. It looks something like this. I will leave also a photo. So they're not huge bags, as you can see. Which means that if you want to put out your general trash in only these bags, you might end up using many of them. And the trick is that these bags cost money and they are not precisely cheap. I don't remember exactly the price per bag now. I'm gonna make a calculation and leave it here in the editing of the video. But if you want to put your trash out and you say, okay, I will just use the bags, it's gonna be very expensive for you, which then pushes you to say, maybe I should go and deposit my recyclables to the recycling station. As I said, there is a specific day in which organics are collected. But just like all of the other methods have their specific rules and bags in order to get collected from you, organics are no exception. In the Netherlands, at least in Maastricht, in order for you to get your organic rubbish collected, you have to put it out in what we call the green bin or the green bucket, which is practically a green trash can that the Dutch government provides per household. It can be in a small size or in a big size depending on your needs. And what you're meant to do is to have it at home to deposit there in your daily basis the organics that you want to get rid of. And once per week, for example, in my case, on Friday mornings, I can put them outside to get them collected and emptied. And this is another way in which the Netherlands encourages sustainability. And these scraps, of course, are collected in order to create compost. Last but not least, one of my favorite adopted sustainability practices in Maastricht is the usage of second-hand shops. In Maastricht, there is these wonderful shops called the Kringloop. Not to say that there's not others, there's many other second-hand shops, but in particular, I love going to Kringloop. Kringloop is a shop where you can find everything second-hand for the house, for accessories, electronics, houseware, sometimes even clothes, Christmas decorations. Then it becomes seasonal and you can find specific things for the specific time of the year. Kringloop is amazing. I find it great that not only you can go and get their stuff for yourself, but also for free you can bring to the Kringloop stuff that you don't want anymore, that is in good conditions. They will take it and then they put it for sale inside these shops. I think this is wonderful. It's a great way to get things in good condition, less expensive, reduce consumption, and on top, if you at some point want to also get rid of something at home, it's a great option to go and leave it there so that they give it a second chance in which someone else can then go and find it for a quite affordable price and take it home with them as well. And that's it for today, guys. 6 examples of how in the Netherlands sustainable practices and sustainable ways of living are encouraged. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you have any comments, please drop them. And thank you again. Also, a heads up, as I am recording this video today, I am getting prepared for a business trip to Colombia. So on the next week, you're going to be watching a video in which I talk about my lessons learned when going for business traveling. So thank you again. Hope to see you around here for watching the following videos. And with that being said, see you next time.